next regular meeting of the Vader City Council. It is Wednesday, June 21st, 2023, and the time is 6:07 p.m. Roll call.
Joe Shy.
Here.
Jason Daly.
Jason asked to be excused as there's no internet in town and he couldn't connect with his mobile device.
Randy Hall.
Here.
Mike Parsons.
Here.
Michael Ferguson.
Present.
And as we know, we have a vacancy on the council where Ann used to sit. So we do have a quorum. Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mayor's report. Planning committee, we still have a vacancy on the planning committee. Please have your interested candidates apply. The 8th Street paving project has been completed. Hopefully you've all gotten a chance to drive on the new road and admire its smoothness. So hopefully we can get more of that later on this summer when the chip seal projects take place. Vader water system. So we've talked to the county officials, let them know that we're starting to get interested in it. One of the things we've asked them is if we could get a 2-year extension to the current agreement so that we'd have more time to budget, and it would give them time as well. And so we're waiting to hear back from them. But the good news is our attorney's office can handle anything related to it, and our city planners as well, the CJ Alliance. They also have engineers in-house that can help us with everything that we're going to need with that. And so we have all our consultants already ready to go, and it'll just be a matter of pulling the trigger on that one once we're ready. So as you've probably all seen, there was a pickup truck that was peeling out in there and caused a little lawn damage. We have videos, a pretty good accurate description of the vehicle, unfortunately not plates because they didn't follow the rules and come in and out where the cameras point at the license plates. So, but that's all right. Law enforcement knows about it, so hopefully we'll be able to catch them. Word and park cameras. The Parks Board agreed with City Council that the cameras were in order. They've also approved a dollar amount to acquire some cameras, so those will be coming soon. 4th of July fireworks. Cities received some donations from private citizens, which is great that folks are helping out. The professional show will happen just after dark at the preschool. Council report. Actually, let's segue into that. So we have some special guests here. No reason to wait for a special report. Would you like to identify yourself and why you're here?
Yeah, Susan Carney from Riderwood. Galen Thompson from Riderwood. Yeah. And we're here actually to give you a check for $300 for the fireworks.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
And also, we'd like to invite you guys all down to our event too on the 4th because we come up and enjoy yours as well. We're going to have a parade and a picnic in the park. We'll supply the hamburgers and hot dogs, and then the hot sides, kids games and so forth. So it's always a good time.
What time do you?
You're all welcome.
What time are you planning the
Parade
parade?
at 11. Potluck picnic is at noon. And we'd love to have you guys.
Where do we sign up for the parade?
Yeah.
You can just show up if you want.
How novel.
Yeah, for the 4th of July, we really don't have any kind of regimen going on. You just show up, line up, and there you go.
That's your style, isn't it?
That is my style.
Yeah. We did an outfit or two. Yeah.
An outfit or two?
Is it okay if we talk about one more thing?
Sure, go for it.
Give this to Kayla. Yeah.
Okay, we're getting ready for a 100th celebration, July 28th, 29th, and 30th. in Riderwood. We have event schedules for you guys to place around here. And we also have, if you're interested in being a vendor, vendors are free. And it'll be for 3 days. We have a band coming. We'll have a lunatic, as he was saying, and they went off.
Yeah, the lunatic.
He was. But anyway, and then we have food vendors. We'll have a lodger's breakfast from 6 to 9 on Saturday morning. And we have, never mind, it'll come.
Yeah,
We're good. We have Wade Laps coming to do sign of an object. We're reaching a couple things for Riderwood for the time capsule. We're having a flyover. We're having a huge parade. And it's free to the public. So, and these are some flyers and applications if you want to be a vendor or cook or bring something if somebody else might want to. So, and
Thank
it
you.
starts Friday at 3 o'clock for vendors. We'll have a band Friday night. I'll have a band Saturday night. Bruce Meyer band will be there. And so that's who that is.
And we also want to invite Vader because you guys are a huge part of us. And our goal is to be more involved with you too as well. And so however you want to be involved with the Centennial, you guys are more than welcome to do that. So we'd love to have you guys.
That's great that the fireworks, the big show here in town was going to integrate really well with your festivities too.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's great.
That's why we wanted to come.
Yeah.
Wonderful of July too.
And with the Centennial coming, we expect traffic to come through your town, so, everybody's gonna bitch and complain, but, ooh, I should probably say.
You're being recorded.
People will complain.
It's probably not the worst race,
But anyway, we just wanted to touch base with you guys, make sure that you were on board and welcome to come. Please be part of it.
Great, thank you. Thank you for coming and talking to us about it too. I've heard a lot about it, but I haven't met any of you folks yet, so it's great.
We're okay.
Yeah, we did everything else. But a year and a half planning, so
Yeah, I don't know.
it'll be great.
Super.
Exciting.
All right, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Moving on to council reports. Any members of the council have anything to report?
When you were talking about McMurphy,
Yes.
is there an abandoned vehicle on the far back side? Is that our property? That isn't our property.
On the other side of the creek?
No, it's just past where the turn starts.
Oh.
That's just, there's like an opening into that's just beyond.
Our property is pretty much the entire cleared space. So if you're in there and looking to the right and within the park where the bushes are at,
Yeah.
that is the property line. So
Yeah, because I know that the trail, I went up there about a month or so back and there was a homeless camp back in there, which we took down.
Yeah, so that's back in here and the property line comes back like that to the road.
yeah, those vehicles, there's several vehicles between the park and then the next home on Annan Road. That's a different property owner.
Okay.
Same.
I just, it was
Yeah,
a
the
little
trail
bit.
system's like right along the edge of that parcel right there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is in the city limits though.
Yeah.
So,
I think that was it.
council reports, anybody? Okay, moving on to agenda approval. I do not have any changes.
I make a motion that we approve the city council agenda for June 21st, 2023.
Motion by Mr. Parsons to approve the meeting agenda as written. Do we have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Ferguson. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Minutes approval.
Motion to approve the city council meeting minutes for June 7th, 2023.
Motion by Mr. Ferguson to approve the meeting minutes from June 7th. Do we have a second? Second by Mr. Hall. Discussion? All those in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Voucher approval.
I make a motion that we approve the vouchers for the end of June at $18,200.14 for a total June 2023 of $51,653.53.
We have a motion by Mr. Parsons to approve the vouchers as written. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Ferguson. Discussion. All those in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Special reports. Planning Committee did not have a meeting this week, or this month, excuse me. Parks Board did discuss a variety of things regarding, as our clerk mentioned, fees for the parks, bring them in line with some of our neighbors and a little bit more realistic fees, and talked about some upcoming events later in this year. Vandalism, good stuff. Moving on to city business.
New cameras, more cameras going?
Yeah, they voted on the the Warden Park cameras, and they approved them just as city council did, so we'll be getting those working. Yeah.
On the special reports regarding the planning committee, they are getting ready, they should be getting ready to start all over again on the comprehensive plan.
Yes.
And someone was saying that's on the planning board was saying that it seems like every meeting has been canceled and the new planner is just not prepared and ready to do this. And that they were really missing Gary.
So the funding for the comprehensive plan and other GMA becomes available after July 1st.
Okay, so
That's when the state budget switches over to the new year, and that's when the funding becomes available. And so
they
planners,
can't do any work on it before.
they could, but it wouldn't be grant funded.
Okay, that's a good reason then.
Yeah.
I think the planning board should know that.
Okay. Yeah, I probably got overlooked to discuss that. But that's what's going on. And there's a couple years to get it done, so there's no urgency. We're also, our contract with SCJ Alliance didn't specifically talk about doing that work. And so we're editing the contract right now, amending the contract to include that grant funded work. And then that should be coming to council here pretty soon. So that once the contract is updated and the funding becomes available in July, then they can start getting going on that.
Okay, perfect.
So that's the reason why.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, moving on to city business, item number 1. So 1, 2, and 3 are all related. So these are resolutions for the annexing in of the various properties that were requested by the owners. Council has already verbally approved these in past meetings, but our planners recommended that we do it via resolution instead of just a motion and a vote. So
I'll make a motion that we approve resolution 12-2023, intent to annex parcel number, do you want that? 012566000000.
we have a motion by Mr. Parsons to approve resolution 12-2023. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Ferguson. You probably don't need to say the parcel number because the parcel numbers are in that particular resolution and that resolution only. So by saying the resolution number, you are inferring that those parcels are, well, and if I keep talking about it, you might as well just say the parcel numbers. Any other discussion on resolution 12-2023? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 2, council to consider resolution 13-2023, intent to annex parcels. I believe these are the other, well, I don't want to use, they're either are these the park ones or are these the private citizen ones? Doesn't matter. No.
Motion that we approve resolution 13, 2023. Intent to annex parcel 0125 for 102,000 and 1254 for 101,000.
Motion by Ms. Ferguson to approve resolution 13-2023. Do I have a second?
Yep.
Second by Mr. Hall. Discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Council to consider resolution 14-2023, intent to annex parcels.
I make a motion that we approve resolution 14-2023.
We have a motion by Mr. Parsons to approve resolution 14-2023. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Hall. Discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. And so, just a reminder, those were the McMurphy Park property, the two small segments next to Park Street property, and the two properties at the top of 50506 owned by the Olsons. Some fun facts real quick. Clerks did some digging and they found the old original deeds to all three parcels for the Park Street properties. The main parcel was deeded to the city in 1915 for $1 by residents. And it states right in the deed that it's for the sole purpose of a city park. And I believe it uses the word forever in the on the deed, so in the agreement. So that's cool. Which own and the one was an investment company at $1. So it's parcels.
What about the parcel up by the water plant?
Yeah.
I don't. All right, well, we do the best we can without internet. Moving on to item number 5, council to consider nominations for the vacant city council position number 1. The term would expire roughly at the end of November of 2025, which would be when that seat would come up for a re-election. The city did get one application for the seat. I believe we have that there. But I believe Mr. Ferguson is uncomfortable voting on this, is that correct?
Yeah.
And so because of that, we don't have a quorum for this vote at this time. And so I request that city council table this until the next meeting.
Perfect.
So acceptable?
Do we need that in motion?
I don't think so.
We just need to agree.
I mean,
I agree.
okay, that sounds all right. No problem. That's the end of the,
Free link.
24 hours without internet. I mean, it's,
I usually tether to my phone and I get better service anyway.
yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. It's just one more example of why internet needs to be a public utility now and not just for-profit business.
Yeah.
Lewis County PUD will be fixing that hopefully later this year. So.
Later this year? Did it get bumped?
Later this year, right?
I thought it was 2025 or 6.
No, they when they came into their presentation, they said later this year. And they're working their way in this direction.
Huh. This year's going by fast.
Yeah, it's July. Mhm. Any public comment? Anyone online would like to attempt to make a comment via our sketchy cell phone service? I don't even know if they could hear me. Any elected official comments? Hearing none, this meeting is adjourned at 6:29 PM. Thank you.